Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back for another episode of the PU Road to Top 10. Today we're going to be using a team that my boy Megazard passed us with Pursuit. Murkrow. Murkrow is actually one of my favorite Pokemon. Of course, my favorite Pokemon being Suicune all time, but then Murkrow is like up there with like Shaman and Stunky and Rattata. Those are like, my favorite mons. But it's pretty cool because it does have Matang and then Pursuit Murkrow, which is really interesting because it does threaten Mischievous and provide support for a potential Arbok, Coil Arbok putting in work. So shoutouts to Megazard for the team. As per usual, guys, if you haven't been following what I've been doing, I have been putting the teams in the description. So if you would like to, of course, use the team as well alongside me, you guys can. The link to that will be down below in the description. And yeah, we got a game, so let's go. Really, really threatening team that my opponent has. They're all big mons, like mons are like babies compared to them. Alright, let's see. Matang is nice because it does beat Machoke in theory, as well as Rotom, as well as Reuniclus. In theory, this is all theory. That's pretty much getting rid of the potential burns, freezes, thunder waves, and confusions. Hey, a good friend. We do have the Polito, which does take on the Rapidash. I'm just thinking about how I'm winning this game. And Mr. Mime puts in so much work. Hell yeah, it does. I'm leading off with Murkrow though, because if he leads off with anything that wasn't the Rotom, I could threaten it with pretty much trying to catch the Mawile and going for Heat Wave as quickly as possible. He leads off with the Rotom though. You might get this a lot, but is that really you? Yes, sir. I want to put this in range of Arbok. Arbok can win the game. Definitely. I need Murkrow though so he can't spam Psychic moves. I'll just go out into my Rotom because he doesn't have a ground type. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. I'll go out to my Rotom because he doesn't have a ground type. So I can just spam Volt Switch. Unfortunately, he brings out the worst thing possible, which is Machoke. There are no switch-ins to Machoke. At all. I don't see a switching at all on my team. Man, he doesn't have good switching to Mawile, so I definitely don't want to sack Mawile. Because when Mawile comes in, it puts in work. Mine puts in work as well offensively. Offensively, it dominates him. But, I mean, we do 4 times resist the Dynamic Punch. He goes for knockoff. Good play on my opponent's part. I don't know if he has Bullet Punch. If he does, though, he'd go for it. So I'm going to double out into my Matang just in case he does have the Bullet Punch. As he goes out to Mawile. I see no Intimidate, so I'm assuming this is Sheer Force, so I can get up my rocks. Vullaby is going to come out, and what I can do is go right out into my Rotom and just start with the Volt Switch combo. Again, if he wants to defog, that's fine. Again, the Volt Turn combination will be happening, and I need to get rid of Vullaby quickly. It's for your PU Road to Top 10. But yeah. Machoke is a threat. That was a good play on his part, not going for Dynamic Punch. Though, if I was him, I probably would have went for D-Punch just because, like, it's... Mr. Mime ain't breaking through that confusion. We'll go right for the Thunderbolt, because if he does want to defog, I want to punish him for it. He chooses to go for Roost, so again, this is great, because his resist is going to be taking 25% from rocks anyway. And Machoke may actually be 2-hit KO'd by this, yeah. So goodbye to Machoke. Even if I had Bullet Punch, it wouldn't be doing too much. And he probably would have went for that versus Mr. Mime because that would have easily killed it. So we're able to get rid of Machoke really, really early on in the game. And the Vullaby is also looking checked. Mawile does come out. I'm just going to Thunderbolt this thing. This thing is a threat if it sets up, as it does go right for the Swords Dance. And Murkrow has a better Sucker Punch. I think I'll just sack Mr. Mime. Rotom is still useful because the Scarf just helps him beat the Rapidash and things like that. He might expect an Encore or something. I'll go for Dazzling Gleam anyway because he's Life Orb. He'll die anyway. And Mr. Mime was just a sack regardless. So, with Rocks up, Murkrow puts in work. Rotom is always the best switch in because it can click Thunderbolt. He even goes right back out into Vullaby, so I get to click Thunderbolt again. I understand him staying in because he honestly couldn't go out to Rotom, considering I could just knock it out with probably 2 Thunderbolts and a Sucker Punch. I will Thunderbolt this Rapidash as well, because if he doesn't go for Flare Blitz, then he'll knock himself out to Recoil, and if he goes for Wild Charge, predicting my Politoed, I'll be able to knock him out. So pretty much a win-win situation for me right there. His Rotom is going to come back out, and I can just click Thunderbolt again. As you can see, that unfortunately gets a crit, but Latang should be able to deal with his Mon. And we do have Politoed in the back. And it is confirmed that he is indeed Choice Scarf, and I can go right out into my Murkrow, or Little Hat. As, what is Duosion going to do, though? What can you do to me? I will Brave Bird you. I even get a crit. It would have 2-hit KO, well, depending on damage, actually. Never mind, he had Acid Armor. Why do you have Acid Armor? Stop. Let's knock him out with the next one. Fortunately, we do not. I have to go out to Politoed because I have to Encore this guy and stall him out, as lame as that is. So I won't Encore him into Recovers. Yeah, and then we'll just start spamming Scald. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip turns, but it knocks out Rotom. And basically, if he goes back on to Duosion, I can just click Scald and then Encore him into whatever attack he wants to go for. Goes for the Calm Mind, and again, I can just force him to keep going for Calm Mind, stopping him from recovering. It looks like he's mono attacking as well, so he can't touch Murkrow, but not that that matters at all. I even get a crit, but again, it didn't matter because I literally go for Encore until he can't go for a move, and that would be game. I would Encore him, keep him going for Calm Mind. Good game, friend. Rotom put in so much work in this game, but Duosion going down. Duosion's actually ridiculously strong. I did get a few points because I was testing out a couple teams. I was testing out this one and another one that Megazard passed my friend Tony. Shout out to Tony Flygon. He passed him and Tony passed me them, so I wanted to use them just because I decay when I don't play on the ladder, obviously. But let's see where we are. Top 10 is 1585, and we are AIM. Number 405 on the ladder, not even bad, so we're definitely climbing. I'll pause until we find a battle, guys. We'll be right back. So, we got in a battle. We're back again. This guy's a Furfro. You can barely see your eyes, bro. Of course, he has a Machoke. Threat. I kind of wish our Murkrow had Dark Pulse, to be honest. He doesn't have a ground type. I immediately recognize that, but I want to lead off with something that doesn't automatically lose to Machoke. So, does Twisted Spoon knock it out? I'm going to lead off with Murkrow because if you lead off with Machoke and click Brave Bird, leads off with Torkoal, unfortunately for me. I do have a Politoed though. Make it rain, make it shower. It's solid switching. I can go for Scald. I could even go for the Ice Beam if I wanted. He does have Ivysaur. Look at this little Ivysaur over here, just chilling. But I will throw off a Scald because I do have a solid switch into Ivysaur, being my Matang. I guess I could have Sleep Powder, which is annoying to say the least. This is max special attack Politoed, which is 305. Not bad. Not bad. Haven't used this since nice and black and white. As well as is switching, as it is for good reason, because it absolutely destroys that hit. My switching does not exist. Perfect. Koyo Arbok can beat him. I need to weaken Torkoal. So I'm gonna Ice Beam right here, because based on the Scald damage, it did look like it would be a 2-hit KO. Though, then again, this could be a high roll that I'm going for right now. He did even go for Crunch. I didn't have a switch into Crunch, as we are able to knock him out with the next Ice Beam. So, looking at the Scald damage, you know, just basic math. Resistance, super effective, more damage. Yeah, I swear, I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, again, we don't have a ground type either, so I can't Volt Switch or switch into something that could take a Volt Switch. Matang, though, should be able to take a hit, and I can get up my rocks. If he does have Volt Switch, though, goes for Spark. Is that just to paralyze me? Because Wild Charge is stronger, and this thing gets it. Before it didn't have anything. I wasn't sure, but we're able to get up our Stealth Rock, and how are we dealing with this thing after is the question. Torkoal. Yeah, so I was gonna headbutt him if we do live the next crunch, as we unfortunately do not. And alright, so now it's not going to be my Arbok that's winning, it's going to be my Mr. Mime who wins. I got to get rid of this Lux Ray. So what I will do is just start coiling up. If he wants to go to Torkoal, I get to hit it with a +1 Earthquake as opposed to 2 Earthquakes, which actually would do more. But I want to be able to hit my gunk shots versus the Machoke as well if he does choose to go out to that. Stays in to go for Spark. I swear. So that's why he has Spark, guys. It is confirmed. But I can't hit him with the Earthquake. At least he can't burn me. Goes with the Furfrou, which is pretty much going to counter me. Look at that fur coat, eating it up. Oh, man. But this is one of the mons that could Thunder Wave my Mr. Mime. So I don't mind it being weakened at all. Especially because it seems he went for the Roar. So we're able to hit it with the Gunk Shot. This is also something that cannot be Thunder Waved, which is great because I can go right for Volt Switch and knock him out. I guess the Sucker Punch could come out, but Furfrou doesn't have the best attack. Does he even get Sucker Punch? Yeah, it does. That was confirmed. So we can knock him out. Lightning Rod was something that I was scared about with Luxray, but I'm pretty sure it showed Intimidate when it brought it out versus my, yeah, when it brought it out versus Politoed. So, yo, that Spark sucked, man. Holy crap. I would go out to Murkrow because if he goes out to Torkoal, I don't mind him rapid spinning just because I can get off a bit of damage. That way my Mr. Mime can knock him out. And if he goes out to Luxray, same story. Pretty much get off damage so Mr. Mime can knock him out. And that will be the play. So we will Sucker Punch so that way Mr. Mime can knock him out. As I said that 10 million times. And we even get a crit. Oh my god, yes, deserved. Straight up deserved. So goodbye Luxray. We take those as well as anything that comes in I can just Brave Bird. Actually, if he goes up Torkoal, I'm going right out into my Politoed because I can click Scald. It does go Torkoal. There's no point in sacking this. He's just going to Rapid Spin anyway. And if he goes for a Fire move, then Politoed gets to knock it out with the Scald anyway. We also have that potential to burn Ivysaur as well. I would love if he goes for a Fire move because that means he's even weaker to my Mime. As he does go right for the Lava Plume. Gets the burn, so some immediate justice for my opponent. Not really though, because Luxray was definitely more useful to him than the burn on Politoed is for me. And I can just spam Scald because it's pretty much a no drawback move at all. If I get the burn on something, great. If I don't get the burn on something, I have another chance to do so. So Machoke comes out. I'll sack my Arbok just to get off the Intimidate. Politoed is still useful simply because it can go for the Scald versus Torkoal, and it can also Ice Beam the Ivysaur as well. And I can just sack this to be able to go out into my Mime and go for the Psyshock to knock out Machoke. Also going for Gunk Shot here over like Sucker Punch just because it gives me more damage if he does choose to switch out into Torkoal to try and spin right now, which is a play he could definitely make. Obviously I'm paralyzed, so it could be the play he could choose to make. It'll do a lot of damage anyway. Alternatively, he could go for Power Punch and I can get off a Gunk Shot and do a lot. So that is nice too. I'm a Sucker Punch right here, I guess, just in case. Might as well. As he has Rock Tomb. So if you have Bullet Punch in this arsenal, I will be very surprised. I don't think it knocks out Mr. Mime from full though. It shouldn't. And I can go right for the Psyshock and pick off the Machoke. It's really interesting sets. I'm not sure if my opponent is inexperienced or I'm just getting like destroyed because that's Spark and Luxray, man. What the hell? So Torkoal comes out. Now Nasty Plot up because I can. Honestly, because I can. And I know that Focus Blast will be able to knock it out. Even if it doesn't. Oh, Focus Blast will be able to knock it out. But I'm going for Psyshock now that he's toxic me. If he went for Flamethrower, I wouldn't have Psyshocked. But I would have went for Focus Blast. But Psyshock shouldn't be able to pick off Torkoal because of its insane physical defense. He crits me right here, so it gets a little bit more interesting, especially if he reveals the Random Protect. But I doubt he has it on Torkoal just because he has Rapid Spin. If he has Random Protect on anything, it would be Ivysaur. So we're going to be able to knock out the Torkoal right there. And basically, Mr. Mime doing what it was supposed to do. At Team Preview, his fastest Mon is Furfrou. Once you get rid of that potential T-Waver, you just sweep through with Mr. Mime. Show me the Protect, but don't show me the Protect. Let's knock out the Ivysaur, and that's going to be game. So nice. Nice. Let's look for another one. We got one right away. I actually played this guy in testing. Really fun team he has. I like it a lot. That Chinchou is a threat, man. It's annoying. You too, man. But he actually beat me before. He had a Choice Bandit and Pheasant. That thing put in work, man. Straight up. What do I want to do versus this guy? So I didn't see all his sets. I really do like the Rotom lead though. Unfortunately, I get completely outled. I'm gonna burn this thing, because I can't Volt Switch around with this thing being around, and I'm expecting him to Volt Switch anyway, and I'm actually thinking he's like offensive as hell, because I don't think he was a Violite based on the damage I did to him in the last game. He also doesn't have good switch-ins for this thing. Goes out to Pheasant. I'm going to Will-O-Wisp again, as unfortunately I miss, as he does go for U-turn. As you can see, that is banded damage. I don't think he thought I was Scarf because of that damage, but Simisear is going to come out, and what I can do is go right out into the Politoed on the knockoff. Good play on my opponent's part, expecting the arms to switch on to Politoed, and this is tough. This is tough. I want to make the Arbok play, but I think I'm actually going to make the Matang play, expecting to go out to Chinchou, because I need rocks. I don't mind if he traps me or Probopass. I need rocks. Like, I really want rocks up this game. Goes Tangela, which is his better play all around, I feel, as well. It's a good play on my opponent's part, and if he wants to knock me, that's fine. I'll just start mashing him, because unless he has HP Fire, I beat him 1v1, assuming, you know, I hit, which I can't seem to do these days. But we will be mashing him, as he does have the Leech Seed. Well, I assume we would have been mashing him, but we do not. So I'll go out to Rotom on the Giga Drain as we tank that, and I'll just spam Blizzard. Then again, he could go out to, you think he go Chinchou? I kind of doubt he go Chinchou. I'm going to double into my Murkrow, because if he goes Chinchou, I can go for the Sucker Punch. In hindsight, though, Probopass was actually very obvious as well, so I kind of regret that play. But it does give me the switch right back out into my Politoed to go for the Scald, which I very, very much like. You're not Water Absorb, no way. Maybe that is a Violite, actually, based on that damage. So Rotom, which would have been very helpful if I burnt the Pheasant, is going to go down right here, unfortunately, to the rocks. But that does give me the switch into my Mime, and I'll just go right for the Twisted Spoon, boosted Psyshock. I do also have the Focus Blast, which can deal with the Probopass. Mr. Mime puts in a lot of work in this game, as I am actually able to get the KO on Chinchou. Nice! I killed the Pokemon. Nah, I expected it to go down right there, and I can just Focus Blast anything. Would have loved to hit that thing. Alright, so let's hit this Focus Blast right here. Let's not dwell on that too much, as we are able to connect, so we get the 2-for-1 deal. Great. Alright, that opens up a huge door for Murkrow. Pheasant comes out. I am not faster. You are just going to go for U-turn though, right? You would definitely go for U-turn here. So we're just going to go out to Matang on the U-turn. Goes for return, however. Does a lot more than I expected. We will go right for the BP, doing absolutely nothing to him. As right now I do want to go out to Murkrow, and he should see the Sucker Punch coming. I really hope he sees the Sucker Punch coming. I'm going to go for Heat Wave, expecting him to predict the Sucker Punch, as we are able to catch the Avalok upon switching. Nice, 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 nice. And Arbok is our way of winning this game. So we're going to be able to knock out the Avalok. We do keep our rocks up. They are here to stay. I love it. I absolutely love it. And if he wants to go right back out on Pheasant, I do have the Sucker Punch to deal with that. Pheasant. Come on, it's so cool. What a cool name. Simisear does come out. Politoed should still be able to wall this thing rather well. Also, with the next Stealth Rock switch, we will be able to knock out Simisear. I guess he could have, I don't know, actually know what it have to hit me, but Fire Blast is going to come out. What I want to do is go for the Ice Beam, as he does have Grass. Now that's what he could have had. That's what I meant to say. But Mr. Mime can eat one hit, even a knockoff, I'm pretty sure, and smack him with the Psyshock. I think that's the play I want to go for. I need to weaken him to the point where Sucker Punch knocks him out. I do live one Fire Blast, and Arbok is my way of winning this game, because Pheasant is now in range of Sucker Punch from unboosted Arbok, and that's the important part. So, what does he want to do right here? He's going to go for the Fire Blast crit? What would he do right here? He can't stay in. Well, he could. He could stay in. It really depends on what my opponent wants to do right here, because he could Fire Blast me. I guess he could knock off me, but it shouldn't be able to knock me out. Not from 76%, not from unboosted, like non-Life Orb Simisear. If he was Life Orb, I definitely also couldn't take this hit. But I really desperately need to get off this attack. That way, my Murkrow Sucker Punch knocks him out. So thankfully, he doesn't crit me as we were able to knock him out with the Twisted Spoon boosted Psyshock. Absolutely great. And this means that I can just Sucker Punch the Unpheasant and knock it out with my my Murkrow. So that is perfect for me. I will go right for the Dazzling Gleam just in case he's adamant. He shouldn't be adamant, but just in case he was. As Tangela is going to come out. What I can do is go right out to Murkrow and click Brave Bird. I think he has Quick Attack on his Unpheasant. Yeah, well, I'm clicking Brave Bird anyway. I don't care. As Arbok can just come out, and all I have to do is hit this Gunk Shot, man. Do they run Quick Attack? Is the question. Pheasant has like 2 moves, so I'm assuming it does have Quick Attack. Unpheasant. I just think so good, but it does have ridiculously strong attack though. Other options: Choice Banded. Is Quick Attack in your arsenal? Is indeed in its arsenal. So we're gonna Gunk Shot right here. Knock out Tangela. And the question is, does Quick Attack 2-hit KO Arbok? I don't want to lose this game because he doesn't have Quick Attack. Unpheasant. And he supports blah blah blah. This thing's attack stat is ridiculous, dude. +1. That should easily be able to 2-hit KO Arbok. Quick Attack. Arbok and you Offensive Coil. 47 to 51. So if he has Quick Attack, I lose. Let me think about this for a second. All right, you think he has Quick Attack? Let me actually open up his Team Builder. Let me open up my Team Builder on the side. The only reason I'm not opening up my Team Builder is because if I have a team there I don't want to show, I obviously don't want to show it. No, I don't have a team there I don't want to show. All right, so we're gonna open up Team Builder right here, and Pheasants. What other physical attacks do you have? Light Slash. You have to have Quick Attack. Yep. Okay, come on, land. Ah, we do it. Good game, dude. Good game. Okay. you had nothing in your arsenal. You had to have Quick Attack. Okay. Yeah, that was too close for comfort, man. Too close for comfort. Now, thankfully, we deduced that he had Quick Attack. Alternatively, I could have Heat Waved the Tangela, but I don't think I knocked it off in this game at all because I don't have knockoff in the team. So that would lead me to believe that I didn't knock him off. I'm pretty sure I'm right. That was definitely a good game. So I'll pause until we find another one, guys. We'll be right back. We're back. We got another battle, guys. I like this guy's name, Machoker. I'm very weak to the Scraggy, surprisingly. Not surprisingly, but I'm very weak to that thing. Thankfully, he is extremely weak to Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime puts in a lot of work versus his team. I want to get up rocks as quickly as possible. It doesn't have a spinner. I'm leading off with Matang, getting up my rocks. I live any hit from Monferno anyway. They were in Fire Punch, so I will get up my rocks right here. He does have a Defogger in Swanna. That's something to note. But I want to get up these rocks, man. It's necessary. So basically, rocks break potential sashes, put Lapras in range of +2 Focus Blast, things like that. So that's why I made that play. And I can now go out into my Politoed on his Swanna. I was hoping he'd go for the fire move and then I can catch Swanna with HP Electric, but unfortunately I'm going to have to go for HP Electric now. I wanted to catch Swanna on the switch in, that way I can prevent a defog, but I don't mind, again, having Swanna in. Swanna lose, and I can go right for the HP Electric and knock this thing out, unless it has the Wacom Berry, which it doesn't, thankfully. Nice. So we're able to knock that thing out, as Lapras is going to come out. What are you going to do to me? Yeah, what are you going to do to me? I'll go out to Rotom, because I can Volt Switch if he starts Dragon Dancing up. He goes for Rain Dance. I guess it's Hydration? God, I ate that thing up. But I do have Water Absorb Politoed, so I'm not sure what he's going to do. Alright, he chooses to go for Rest. I'm not sure if my Politoed is faster, however, I should be able to go out to Matang if he does go for Toxic. hits me with the freeze dry. That was also a viable option right there. And I can get up my rocks one more time. We got rid of his setters and or his hazard control. And I want these rocks again for Scraggy as well. Soul Rock chooses to come out. We meet again. Piece of crap. Yeah, what was wrong with me? I'm just gonna mash it, especially because he's gonna exchange rocks, and again weakening it to the point of going down to Dazzling Gleam from my mine. I do fear the Scraggy setting up. However, I can potentially trick it and get off some Intimidate to maybe deal with it. He Zen Headbutts me, so Soul Rock doing exactly what it does, absolutely nothing. And if he wants to go for Morning Sun, that's completely fine, because I will, unless I miss, I will get out of this with damage off on my opponent, and that is what I want. That is what I want. So, I don't see anything at all wrong with Nasty plotting up. He could have Explosion. That's the problem. But I wouldn't Nasty plot up versus anything else. I'm going to go for it right here. I'm going to go for game because I'm being a little bit impatient. And this could cost me the game. But I'm going to go for Nasty plot, expecting to want to switch out to Lapras. I would think that would be his answer to Mr. Mime. It's like his Mon that takes special hits. Zen Headbutt doesn't touch me. I guess Stone Edge could knock me out if he does have it. But he does choose to go out to Trapinch. He chooses to go out to Trapinch. This is not going to be able to knock me out with a quick attack. And I'll be able to knock it out with the Dazzling Gleam. Oh my god. Trapinch. Do you have quick attack? Maybe I should have went for the Psy Shot. I didn't even think Violite was an option on this. I mean, I know it's an option, but I didn't even think he had that. I thought he was like Choice Band or anything like that, but that eats it up. If he has the Ice Shard on Lapras, unfortunate. I'm hoping he has Scald, though. Focus Blast should be able to knock him out if he doesn't have the Ice Shard, as we are able to connect. Nice, thanks to those rocks, we were able to knock him out. And I don't think he actually has Mach Punch on Monferno. Would that even knock me out at 17%? I mean, I do have piss poor defenses, but I do also 4 times resist it. Then again, Iron Fist. Soul Rock comes back out. That should go down to the +2 Dazzling Gleam. And Dazzling Gleam will also knock out Scraggy. Monferno comes out. Do you not have Mach Punch? I guess he doesn't. He's a really bulky set. Able to knock the thing out. And Scraggy will also go down to the Dazzling Gleam. So, yo, that Trapinch, man, scared me. It actually ate the attack. He said he wasn't ready. I feel you. For a nasty plot, Mr. Mime. All good. But in any case, let us look for another game. And I'll pause until we find one, guys. We'll be right back. Alright, so we have another battle. Sorry about that. The only reason I started off here, by the way, guys, is because OBS records this screen. And if I have it in the game... Oh, he's talking to me. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Basically, if I record it here, OBS will make it a black screen, and I can't, like, I don't actually pause it. I just stop recording and start recording again. But my opponent's team, really cool. I like Matang as a lead just because it beats Machoke as well as Mime. Arbok might be my way of winning this game. He's off a Chinchou, though. Such an annoying Mon. I get on my rocks. I expect him to Scald and then Volt Switch on out of there. Thankfully, he doesn't burn me right here. So, such an annoying Mon, man. I expect him to Volt Switch here too. I can't do anything about this Mon. This Mon is annoying. I'll go Mr. Mime on the Volt Switch. If he wants to go for the Scald again, I can Psy Shock at least. Does go for that Scald. And, yeah, I'll just Psy Shock. I don't even have to predict him to go out to Matang. Matang doesn't run Pursuit in this anyway, so I'd rather just do 7% apparently than take advantage of him. He actually does have Pursuit. I didn't expect it to run Pursuit in this tier, but I should be able to go for Scald. I do also have the HP Electric for Swanna if he wants to try and defog on me later, but I will also be able to get my rocks. I'm basically going for Scald because it has the chance to burn Chinchou, and even though it does have access to Heal Bell, I can do as much as possible to him. He's gonna Volt Switch right here. I'll just Scald him again. I don't have a switch-in, basically, and I get the burn on him, which is great. So next time Chinchou comes out, it's not going to be a counter. Swanna could come out or his Gourgeist. The great thing is Chinchou is very weak, and Politoed has great natural special defense. It has ridiculously special. It's ridiculously special defensive. Like, look at that, 236 with 369 HP. That's not even max HP. That's a lot. That's a lot, guys. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot. We actually got a crit and a burr right there too, which was pretty big. He could go Swanna. But I think if he went Swanna, he would scout for the HP Electric, especially because I think that's obvious on Politoed. As he goes Machoke. Good play on my opponent's part going out into Machoke. Yeah, sacking Mime is the best play overall to Dynamic Punch. Yeah, that did 10. And what I can do is just go right for the Focus Blast, because if he has Bullet Punch, then he'll knock me out anyway. And if he switches out fearing it, Focus Blast at least hits the... Actually, no, Side Shock is the best play. Because if I break through, I get off a lot of him. He actually just plays around with me going for the confusion. I mean, that's the crazy part about Mime, right? Like, you don't care about that sort of thing. But I did weaken him enough to the point where Murkrow can come out. I definitely don't expect him to stay in. He has Metang at full HP. But I don't lose much by going for Brave Bird at all, so I will go for Brave Bird. If he goes up to Metang, that's fine. I have the Heat Wave to 2-hit KO it after. And this is my best play. Going right for Brave Bird is the best play. I can't risk him staying in as he did. I don't want him being crazy with him as Machoke and just destroy him with that. So thankfully, we were able to knock him out. As Metang is going to come out, I'm going to Heat Wave this thing. That does a lot. As he is going to Stealth Rock. And I think I'll Sucker Punch right here because he could Bullet Punch. Kind of doubt he has it. Actually, he has. This thing murks him. No pun intended, but I expect him to go for Bullet Punch or to attack me, knowing he could take the next one. So we're able to knock him out. Chinchou comes out. Doesn't this knock him out too? As he is going to Heal Bell or Rest? Oh, okay, he's Rest, so he's a little cup set. That makes him harder to deal with. Yeah, I'll be able to go to Rotom, and I think I'm actually just going to trick this Chinchou. This thing is a threat, man. Thankfully he gets the Rest. I doubt he runs Speed. I don't have Trick. Unfort. I really thought I had Trick on this set. That actually throws me off completely. Well, we go for Blizzard at least, because if he does fear the Trick, then he'll switch out, as thankfully he does fear the Trick. So Mime is going to come out. I can go right out into my Metang. I don't have to take this Focus Blast. I do have the Bullet Punch, so I can deal with Mime. That's great. Chinchou is going to come back out. Yeah, so thankfully my opponent is competent, so he expected a Trick right there, and that's great, because now I can just hit this thing with a Zen Headbutt, as he is going to Volt Switch, so we get to hit anything with a Zen Headbutt. Expecting Goryai still want to come out, because it could take a potential Earthquake if I wanted to go for that. If this thing learns Earthquake. Pretty sure it does. I don't remember. Like, I play so many different tiers that sometimes I just mix up everything. But at this point, I will be able to go out into my Rotom on the Will-O-Wisp. Kind of doubt he's staying. He could also go for Protect if he wanted to. So we're going to make the Arbok play. I'm expecting him to go out to Chinchou. So I want to make the Arbok play. That way I can go for the Earthquake and smack Chinchou. As he does go Mime. Now we'll just Sucker Punch you. Would he Trick though? He switches out to Gourgeist, makes a good play, scouting for the Sucker Punch. However, Mime is in range of almost the next hit. As Gourgeist comes out, and I will sack my Rotom to be able to go out to my Murkrow to deal with him as he goes for another Willow. So this is great because unless he has a Shadow Sneak, I get off a Blizzard on something and get the pretty much a switch advantage as he does go out into his Chinchou, which we are able to hit, thankfully. And at this point, we go out to Arbok, and we click. I want to click Earthquake so badly. I'm a Coil. Then again, he could just go for Rest or Volt Switch. I'm going to Coil, though, just in case he chooses to go out into his Gourgeist, because then I can hit that. Is that the better? No, the better play is just going right for Gunk Shot. Gunk Shot hits Chinchou if he stays in. It also hits Gourgeist if he switches out into that. And 2 Gunk Shots hits better than +1 Gunk Shot anyway. And it also can smack Swanna. So he does choose to stay in as we are able to knock it out with the Gunk Shot. Goodbye, the giant threat that is Chinchou. As Gourgeist comes out. I'm going to Coil because even if he burns me, I get to start throwing off some Gunk Shots as he actually goes for the Leech Seed over burning me. So that's great because now we get off an accurate Gunk Shot, which also does have the chance to poison my opponent. And it also, if it doesn't knock out Swanna, like it'll be a 2-hit KO, so Swanna can't get off unharmed, basically. And that does absolutely nothing. Holy crap, man. I think I lose to Gourgeist, man. I really do. Unless I poison it. Or I lock him into Synthesis. So right here, sorry about that, my chair. I need a potential poison with Gunk Shot. As we do get the poison, great. As Foul Play is not going to be enough to knock us out. And I will go right out to my Murkrow. And I'm going to make the Pursuit play. I have to make the Pursuit play. He stays in, unfortunately for me, to go for the Synthesis. Ooh. I want to make the Pursuit play again. I think Heat Wave is the better play all around. Now Brave Bird is the best play. Ooh, Murkrow putting in the finest of work right there. As he does choose to go for another Synthesis. And, okay, he can't touch my Politoed. He can't. I have Ice Beam. Like, he can't touch me. And Mime can't touch me either. And I have HP Electric for the Swanna. So I think I'm in a good position right now, even without that poison. Thinking about it, because we do see his entire moveset. Will-O-Wisp, Leech Seed, Synthesis, Foul Play. Foul Play doesn't touch Politoed with 0 attack IVs. Leech Seed is obviously annoying, but we are able to outspeed him and knock him out. If he was like Gourgeist, any other Gourgeist, he had the chance to outspeed us. He also had the chance to outspeed us there, but Swanna's going to come out unless it Hurricane full paras us, Hurricane confuses us to death, which it does not. We're going to be able to knock it out with the HP Electric, and last is going to be that Mime, and Mime will go down to BP even if it can knock me out. It can't even knock out me with Focus Blast, so that's going to be good game. And Politoed is able to come through at the end. Not bad at all. So we're almost to 1,500, and I think I'm just going to end the episode there. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Feel free, of course, to leave a like, subscribe, do your thing, and I will see you guys next time. Also, check out the Wi-Fi battle that's going up later today, the beginning of King of Summer, and you'll learn more about that as you actually check out the Wi-Fi battle. But yeah, later, guys. Cue the outro.